Hello students, how are you all? Hope all of you are well. Today we are going to discuss class 7 science chapter number 4 from NCERT, page number 40, that is transfer of heat. The same chapter, especially in the reference book, it is given in chapter number 5, right? So especially in the NCERT it is not given so much, so that's why I had used reference book, and in the reference book it is given in the next chapter. So in the previous video I had written that chapter number 5 transfer of heat. Not an issue, I will change it. It is chapter number 4 only. Since we are following our NCERT, we have to go through the NCERT only. One of my students, Jessel Soni, had said that sir, it is not chapter number 5. Chapter number 5 is different, that is acid, base and salt, and chapter number 4 is only this. So definitely I will put it chapter number 4 only. So this is chapter number 4, transfer of heat, NCERT, page number 40. So let us start with the NCERT only. You might have observed that a frying pan becomes hot when kept on a flame. It is because the heat passes from the flame so the utensils. When the pan is removed from the fire, it slowly cools down. Why does it cool down? The heat is transferred from the pan to the surrounding. You can understand that in both the cases, the heat flows from a hotter object to a colder object. In fact, in all the cases, heat flows from a hotter object to the colder object. This is called conduction of heat. Yesterday, in the previous video, I had explained you about that the heat flows from a hotter object to less hotter object, right? So definitely remember, whenever the heat flows, either whenever your mama is cooking something in the kitchen, you can see the surroundings. So as the surrounding is cool, but as she cooks sometimes, so whole kitchen becomes hot. So that's why we specially use exhauster in the kitchen also. So remember, when the means more hotter objects come in the contact of less hotter object, so now the heat starts flowing, and this process is called conduction of heat. As in the previous video also I had explained you about the conduction, and here in NCERT in page number 4040 it is explained about in the activity 4.6. Take a rod or flat strips of a metal, say of aluminium or iron. Fix a small wax pieces of the rod. These pieces should be at nearby equal distances. Clamp the rod a stand. If you do not have a stand, you can put one end of the rod between the bricks and now hit the other end. You will observe what happens to the wax pieces. Do these pieces begin to fall? Which pieces fall to the first? Do you think that heat is transferred from the end nearest to the flame of the other end? The process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end of an object is known as conduction. In solid, generally, the heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Do all the substances conduct heat easily? You must have observed that the metallic pan for cooking has a plastic or wooden handle. Can you lift a hot pan by holding it from the handle without getting hurt? Now see, in the previous video I had explained you about these all the things. Actually they have done one activity. What they have done, they have taken one stand. In that stand they have attached any iron scale or steel scale. In that they have put some wax, and after then on the other end they have started heating it with the help of a candle. So you will see as they have put at the same equal distance of the wax on that stainless steel scale or steel or iron scale. So you will see one by one all the wax are falling down. Which wax has fallen first, which was nearby the hot, and after then the last one has also fallen, which was stick on the other side of other end of that scale. Now question is what? How do this wax fall? If I had heated at one place, then how this wax had fallen at the last place? Because as we understand about the heat, now the heat has been conducted. Conduction means as the heat has been transferred from hotter object to the colder object. As we have taken a scale in which one end was hotter, another end was cooler. Now the heat has been transferred from hotter end to the colder end. As we have seen, all the wax which was stick on the scale has one by one fallen down. Right? So by this way we can confirm that conduction of heat is especially maximum in solid in compared to liquid and gases. In liquid, since the atoms and molecules are far apart, so approx little bit heat is being transferred in the liquid. But if we talk about the gas, there is no conduction in this gas. So if we talk about especially about the conduction of heat, generally it happens into the solid, and solid has, as it is written also in our textbook, heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Substances conduct heat easily. So the process by which heat is transferred from hotter end to the colder end of an object is known as conduction of heat. In solid, generally, the heat transferred by the process of conduction. Especially in the solid, the heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Now there is one next activity, 4.7. In this activity, heat water in the small pan or beaker, collect some articles such as steel, spoon, plastic scale, pencil and divider, dip one end of each particles in water, wait for a few minutes, touch the other end, enter the observation. The materials which allow the heat to pass through them easily are called conductors of heat. For example, aluminium, iron and copper. The material which do not allow heat to pass through them are called poor conductor of heat, such as plastic, wood. Poor conductors are known as insulators. The water and the air are poor conductors of heat. Then how does the heat transfer take place in these substances? Let us find out. See, now they have done one more activity. They have taken a beaker. In the beaker, just transparent glass, understand? Especially beaker is present in our chemistry lab. So as they have taken a beaker. And now here I had boiled this water. Okay? Whole water is boiled. Till here the water was there. I have taken all the plastic scale, stainless steel scale and other things I have kept here, comb and etc. All the particles I kept in this beaker, and after heating or after boiling this beaker, I have touched one by one particle. So the particles, some of the particles were hot while touching, some of them were not hot, it were cool only. So now question was why some of the particles are hot and why some of the particles are cold, right? So the question just want to say about the conduction. Conductors mean conductors. Which particles as a conductor? The material which allow the heat to pass through it is called conductor. As for example, all the metals allow the heat to pass through them is called conductor, and the material which do not allow the heat to pass through them is called bad conductor or insulator. It is also known as insulator. Means all the plastic, all the wooden particles which do not allow the heat to pass through them is called insulator. So remember, the material or the substances which allow heat to pass through them is called conductor, and the material which do not allow the heat to pass through them is called insulator, as it is written in our NCERT textbook, page number 41. Now we will move towards the activity 4.8. Take a round bottom flask. If the flask is not available, beaker can be used. Fill in 2/3 with the water, place it on a tripod or make some arrangement to place the flask in such a way that you can heat it by placing a candle below it. Wait till the water in the flask is still. Place a crystal of potassium permanganate at the bottom of the flask, gently using a straw. Now heat the water by placing the candle just below the crystal. Write your observation in your notebook and also draw a picture of what you observe. When the water is heated, the water near the flame gets hot. Hot water rises up in the cold water. Cold water from the slides moves down towards the source of the heat. This water also gets hot and rises, and water from the slides moves down. The process continues till the whole water gets heated. This mode of heating transfer is known as convection. How does the heat travel in the air? In which direction does the smoke go? The air near the heat sources gets hot and rises. The air from the slides come into take its place. In this way the air gets heated. The following activity confirms this idea. So in this activity especially we will describe about the convection. In the previous activity we have described about the conduction. Now in this activity we have described about the convection. What is convection? Can you tell me? Convection means a process by which hot air rises up and cool air comes down. Hot air rises up and cool air comes down. I just want to ask you, have you ever thought or a question comes in your mind that why we specially put AC near the ceiling? There's a simple question. Why we put AC near the ceiling? Because near the ceiling cool airs are there. As the temperature arises, so hot air rises up. All this hot air goes up and cool airs are at down. So cool air comes down. How this cool air will come down? Since there will be no any other pressure, so that's why near the ceiling our fans are there, our ACs are there. Why? Because near the ceiling cool airs are situated. As the cool airs get pressure, so this cool air comes down and the hot air rises up. And the process of this, As for example, whole air, you will see whenever in your room AC is there, as you on the AC and the whole environment was very much hot, so you will see it takes little bit time to make your room cool. Either it takes 15 minutes or take 10 minutes or 30 minutes. Why? Because it makes all the air cool. As the hot air rises up, again it goes still up near the ceiling. Now this hot air will convert into the cool air, and again that cool air will come down. Again that hot air, whatever the hot air was remaining down, it will again go upside as the AC is on in the room. So what will happen? The whole air will become cool while 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then your room is very much cool as you on your AC. Got it? So this is a process called convection, as it is specially mentioned in your textbook that we have to take a round bottom flask or a beaker. So how is the shape of round bottom flask? I am showing you. This type of flask is called round bottom flask. In this 2 by 3 we have to fill till 2 by 3 we have to fill till water. With water we have filled 2 by 3 means whole part divided into the 3 parts, and till 2 parts we have filled with the water. Now we are taking potassium permanganate crystal, KMnO4. The formula of potassium manganate is KMnO4. The KMnO4 crystals is just like a purple crystal or violet crystal, you can see. As you will put these crystals down, so all the crystals will be settled down in the bottom. And now here we are going to heat with the candle. So you will see as the color or fumes of these gases are moving up. Means this crystal's color are moving up because it is a transparent, this whole round bottom flask is transparent. So you will see these fumes, means these smokes are moving up. You might have seen the people which are smoking cigarettes, right? So what happens? The smoking people which are, why do they put their mouth up and then they do? Because the hot air rises up. Got it? The process is convection. In the convection we will read about the hot air rises up and the cool air comes down. Okay, so as we have read about, when the water is heated, the water near the flame gets hot, hot water rises up, cold water from the slides move downward. So you will see here as the hot air is rising up and the cold waters are moving down. Cold waters are moving down, hot air are rising up, hot air are rising up, cold water is coming down. And this process from slide to slide, and this process will be continued till the whole water gets heated, and this mode of heat transfer is known as convection. Now question is, how do these things happen? How do this heat goes up? So remember dear student, this process is called conduction. The process by which hot air moves up and cool air comes down, the process is called convection. Where do this heat travels in the air? Especially sometimes whenever we are moving at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the hot season, summer season, especially whenever we are riding bicycle, we will see the hot airs are on our faces. Since hot air rises up as the whole earth is heated, so now what will happen? This whole heated air will arise up. So if we are riding our bicycle or we are riding motorbike, scooty, so you will see the hot airs are coming near our feet because of the process of convection. As we understand about the convection, convection is a process by which hot air rises up and cool air comes down. So you can say in a general word, the process by which heat is transmitted in liquid and gases by the actual movement of molecules is called convection of heat. So as you can see in the air, in the water, the process by which heat is transmitted in liquid and gases. The process by which heat is transmitted in liquid and gases is called convection, and the process by which heat is transferred in solid is called conduction. Especially conduction is for solid, and for liquid and gases we talk about the convection. So what is convection? The process by which heat is transmitted in the liquid and gases by the actual movement of molecules is called convection. So I hope all of you understand about the conduction, convection. In the convection there are two processes, land bridge and sea bridge. This is a very long process that I will inform you in the next video. But before completing this video, you must remember that what we have learned in this topic: conduction, conductor, insulators, convection of heat, especially in the liquid and gases. That's all for today. I hope all of you have understand about this chapter 4, transfer of heat. If you are having any doubt related to this video or the previous video, then please drop your doubt into the comment box section. Definitely I will solve your all the doubts in the next video section. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends so they can be also benefited. Thank you very much.